Yo, what's up, folks? Man, it's the Heavy Hitters Radio Show. We here.
We are, all of us.
We in the building.
We
Not
are.
all of us.
We are.
Luke's is not here.
We're at the Compound Studios, man. Kind of doing our thing. Hey, this is Moose, aka Big House. I'm the host of this show. I'm up in here. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think I actually did pay for this one though. So I paid for my top shirt and my other two. I paid for the one, but then the other one I did not pay for down the bottom. And as a matter of fact, I don't think I paid for that one either. So, it's kind of an old school thing that we've been doing, man, back in the day. But I'm up in here.
Back in the day, I'm not a kid anymore. Damn, we got some bling bling looking.
I always wear this.
I've never seen that.
Welcome to it.
Me either.
Whatever.
I've never
I wear
seen
it all
it.
the time.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do, because I had one that was silver, but I broke it, so then I had to buy a new one.
How many times have you seen that ring?
This is day one.
Day one.
I wear it every day. I've had it for 8 months. You guys just don't pay attention.
No, I would notice. I would notice that.
Day one.
No, I've had this for a very long time.
You might have had it, but you never wore it to
I
the
wear
show.
it every day.
Not to the show.
Yes, to the show. Every day.
Oh, like I said,
It's because
day one.
you guys don't pay
I
attention.
was today years old.
You guys just don't pay
What's the
attention.
date? Today.
Today.
Yeah.
No.
I was today years
False.
old.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Hey, that male voice here, man. That's that powerful voice here, the star of our show, man. He's the one, the only, El Jeezy M'Baku.
T'Challa Tupac.
Wakanda forever, man.
You know that?
We got some good movies. Have you seen the Venom trailer? Or not the Venom, it's called the... I guess it's in the same series as...
I can't remember his name. I know you're talking about.
But what caught my attention in the trailer, and it's not a spoiler, it's a trailer, there's a scene where he's walking past some graffiti in the Spider-Man on the wall, and it has murderer through it. So I'm like, they tying it all in like that, even though it's Sony?
It's old boy, man, I can't think of his name, because he's kind of like the
Batman.
kind of like Wesley Snipes played him. Blade. He's kind of like the Blade character, but he has a different name. I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, it's here. So man, you doing good though?
No, man, life's good.
And your girls having one too. I see. Black Widow.
Yeah, then we got the Harley Quinn movie, which nobody asked for. What we getting?
It's a different Harley Quinn.
Somebody thought it was good.
No, I'm saying Harley Quinn is the same one.
Is it?
From
She
Suicide
looks
Squad.
different. Yeah, she looks different.
No, same actress and everything.
Is
it? She was something special in Wolf of Wall Street. It's just slowly going downhill. But anyway,
I never saw Wolf of Wall Street.
It's so good.
Yeah,
you need to see.
I mean, but you know what, man? It's not your kind of film because you'll be asleep.
You would fall asleep, but it's a good one.
Speaking of that,
yeah,
I have a really I haven't talked
Not on
about
the show.
Speaking of that, man, when we get to brews and reviews, which is a popular portion of our show, I have a good one, man, and it's Moose approved.
Okay.
When I say
Which
Moose
is hard.
approved, what does that mean?
That means Moose did not fall
He
asleep
fall
during the
asleep.
movie.
I did not fall asleep not
What?
one time, man. Not one time. I did use the bathroom,
And also,
but I
man,
walk fast.
Also, man,
That's a big deal.
I'm kind of torn right now, man. Remember, I think I mentioned it 2 years ago that I was done with slave movies. Like, I'm done with them. I'm not doing it. I didn't see tell. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that genre no more. I feel like that we have kind of progressed past that. I'm
It's a
noticing,
movie.
huh?
It's a movie anyway. Go ahead.
I'm noticing we going to a new trend in movies as far as like black movies, man.
What
What's
is
that?
it?
It's the whole the justice system did us wrong, so we got to overcome. You know?
You talking about
it's
with
like-
Jamie Foxx?
Yeah,
and,
man, it's like,
Michael B.
man,
Jordan?
is that one? I mean, it's like I'm starting to see a trend. Where it's like, you know, we it's a TV show, brother in jail, gonna have to be his own lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, like, here we go. Like, we still like, can we just make this like the good fella? Can we just make regular movies, dog? Just regular bad boy. Just regular movies, man. Where we gonna see how. I just thought you said it was free.
I wish we could take it. I wish we could see.
You know what I'm saying? Moose, tell me that line in the commercial. I ain't seen the movie yet. In the commercial, I stopped listening when you said it was free. Like, come on, man.
That is.
Come on, man. Can we gotta stop that, man. Stop it, dog. Like,
What you want me to apologize? Or something? You want me to apologize?
Nah, man. It's me. It's me. Like, I ain't see Tubman, dog. I refuse, man.
I'm probably not going to.
I'm not. I'm cool, man. I'm cool, dog. I'm cool, man. I stopped with 13 Years a Slave was my last one. I was like, you know what?
I don't think I ever saw that either. Bro.
I'm out. I saw that, and I was like, you know what? I'm cool.
I did not see that.
When we get to that section, man, we'll definitely talk about this.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. I tell you what, the female voice you hear that actually kind of sounds like
it
a
doesn't
dude.
really sound like a female voice today.
Yeah.
Sorry,
she's
everybody.
She's a little in the weather. I need to spray some lights up in there and wipe something down or something.
I'll put a mask on.
That's the one, the only run. MC.
Happy Tuesday, guys. So happy to see you today.
Do you have some actual real news we can use today? Some Run That News?
I mean, I have some Run That News.
So what's
my news is not that useful. You told me my news is entertainment news, and I feel like no entertainment news is useful. However, I do not believe that I have a story with the Kardashians in it. So maybe it's useful.
All right. Okay.
We'll see. You can let me know after we do the segment. That you guys won't listen to anyway, so you'll think it's useless. So
No.
You guys, Jeezy won't listen.
Yeah,
see, he's not listening now.
You was talking.
I'm sorry, what? Look.
He was all nosing his phone, everything.
I'm sorry, what?
You was talking? Everything you talk, all here is like I'm telling you, man, it's like the Charlie Brown phone. Wah, 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 wah.
It's not.
The teacher.
Wah, wah, yeah, wah, 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 wah.
Whatever.
That's funny.
Jesus is my bestie. He just doesn't admit it on the
It
radio.
could be Tom's caregiver. Thomas? Anyway, go ahead, continue.
I think a lot of people understand.
I don't
that
understand.
cartoon. Yeah, that cartoon
I don't know
back
what
in
you're
the day,
talking
man.
about.
Didn't watch Tom and Jerry?
So
No, I don't think so. Not really. I mean, I know the premise of Tom and Jerry.
It's one of the greatest cartoons of all time.
it was a great cartoon.
It's slightly racist.
But not slightly. I mean, I don't think. I think it was out there, overt. And it wasn't even that old. Like, it wasn't like it was made during slavery. It was made, in like the 70s probably. Yeah.
80s.
But
every time his face got blown, it was blackface. Every time.
So every time, like when Thomas's face, if he like a bomb blew up in his face, they'd be like, "How's y'all doing?" Like he looked like he was like Farina. Or somebody, you know
Tom and Jerry was created in 1940.
Okay,
damn.
But I did not realize.
I didn't realize this.
Well, they had some really good. Then we were watching it. It was old by the time we saw it. Yeah,
there are 161 theatrical short films with Tom and Jerry.
Oh, yeah, 161.
I know we've seen all of them like 100 times because Crambone was my favorite. Crambone. But
episode 1 is called "Puss Gets the Boot."
But here's the thing, though. So whenever there were adults, the main characters are Tom and Jerry.
Right.
Tom being a cat, Jerry being a mouse,
right.
And there was a plethora of other people, but there was no humans.
No humans.
The only humans you saw were their legs, like probably from right above the knee down.
Yeah, the black people was the knee down.
There was no. I don't think
it was a white couple. They had like pointy noses. Remember?
I don't remember them.
Yeah,
I don't remember them. But like so,
he had on glasses. The dad had wore glasses. Yeah, he was on there. Yeah,
and so whenever she was available, it was almost like
she was Aunt Jemima.
She was like Aunt Jemima. You know, she had you could tell she was overweight. She had on a house coat.
Always
she like Thomas.
Thomas.
I can't even do it. Yeah, but she was like that. Yeah. And he'd be like, "Don't you believe it?" Remember that? Yeah. Oh my gosh, man! I'm kind of mad about that because it was.
It was blackface. Face blew off a turn.
And we
get the coon lips and everything. Yeah.
With the hair,
the hair though.
With the hair, like in braids, like just like sticking up, like all around. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Eddie Murphy made a point too. He was like, "What's the movie? The Little Rascals?" He was like, "The only problem was." I ain't never had a friend named Buckwheat. I ain't never knew. Because I got a lot of hood friends. I never met one named Buckwheat.
No, or Farina. You know, that was cereal, though, back then.
It's crazy, man. Yeah.
That was the name of cereal. So, man, Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. So, here we're going to talk about today. We got, like I said, we got Brews and Reviews. What's Brews and Reviews, Jeezy?
Man, basically, the way we rate stuff, man. It's the more brews it takes to enjoy something means it was terrible. And if you only need one and maybe one and a half, but that means it was good. It was a good show. Good album, good, Day at the Mall, good night in the sack. It just depends, man. There's a lot of ladies out here getting 0 brews, man.
All right. And then we also have news you can use.
Yeah.
Take care of that.
What's that?
So funny.
What?
Moose won't listen to me. That's why he said he's going to pass him.
I have to listen to all of you.
So what
Moose
you say?
Moose really want to listen to that one. Kind of went past him too.
Yeah. Jeezy said that there's a lot of women out there getting zero brews.
I mean, that's true, right? There's
Yeah.
men too, right?
I mean, I would hope that if you
There's
are...
a lot of men out there getting zero.
I would
bruises.
hope that if you're repeatedly sleeping with someone that they would have very few brews. Otherwise, wouldn't you find others?
All right,
I'm just throwing it out there as an option.
Ron, the way you look at things is.
I'm just saying.
All right, Ron, I'm gonna give you a little history lesson.
Oh God.
I'm gonna give you a little.
I would love a history.
I'm gonna
lesson.
give you not a history. I'm gonna give you a little G14, and Moose can co-sign if he want to. He don't have to. He can. I'm pretty sure he will. Look.
Is this? Do we need to do a hold on? Do we need to say
No,
pineapples?
Pineapples.
Okay.
New C is always zero brews.
Even if it's horrible.
It's never horrible when it's new.
Yeah, it is. It can be.
When it's new,
Really?
it's new.
Mm.
Then it's new. Then it's like, all right, then you might be done today. Then you might be like, all right. But while you're in the process is good, but then after, the afterplay might be like, maybe not really what all that I thought it was.
Okay.
All right.
But new is
I
always
don't know how that was a
zero.
history
And
lesson,
for
but
folks,
great.
We're not going to go into detail.
we don't just explain what Nunci is. You think people know what Nunci
If
is?
you can't get the context, like sometimes it's just something. Well, you can explain what new C is.
I mean, we're gonna give it a what, Ron?
We're gonna give it an urban translation.
Urban translation, but maybe we'll give it a suburban translation.
Maybe do we need to call anybody in on this, or do we have this one under
No,
control?
we can probably just do it. And so I think what happens is Nunci would be a female body part that men often enjoy and women use for ransom. No, I'm just kidding. I mean that's probably
Ransom.
I don't know.
Seems like a strong, weird choice of words.
It was a Charlotte, but am I clear though? Like
Yes.
we know what Nunci is.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right, guys, real quick, man. I'm gonna drop some news you can use. I'm gonna get your takes on it. So last night we had the national championship game for college football.
We did.
Very good. Like I anticipated a good game, and I think it was a good game. And and I also liked one team kind of just standing out. And your LSU Tigers, man, Louisiana State Tigers really stood out with their quarterback Joe Burrow, and you had
Mawson.
Randy Moss's son had 2 touchdowns. Another kid had
200.
three touchdowns, like 200 some
yeah.
odd yards. Yeah, and so but one of the stories came out there is that our President Trump was there,
Yeah, we saw that.
and the First Lady Melania Trump was there.
Mhm.
They were there, and
She ain't aged a bit. She looked exactly the same as when she came in.
because she's not playing the guard and doing no workouts or nothing like the rest of them were.
She ain't doing nothing,
She's staying quiet, doing
banging the Secret Service. I'm glad continue.
Anyway, they were at the game, and
That's
also
probably true.
Also, for some reason, and people haven't realized yet, like why, but Vince Vaughn was like one of the actors that they caught on camera being there as well. Like I don't know if he's from Louisiana, I don't think so, but he was there.
Chicago. He's the Illinois guy.
Right. So anyway, he was there, and he's getting a lot of backlash because during Sweet Caroline, he was seen talking to President Trump.
Yes.
Do we care?
No.
It is the fact that he's talking to Trump. It don't matter what. It don't matter. Nobody care about the song. It's the fact that anytime you've seen with Trump, it's toxic, man. For whatever reason.
So Vaughn's a libertarian and is friends with Rand Paul.
Who cares? Who cares?
He supported Rand Paul's presidential bids. You know what? I'm of the ilk to say that if I'm able to sit with the president of the United States, I'm going to chat with him.
You don't talk to him.
I'm gonna chat with him no matter what. You know what I mean?
Aren't you going to talk to whoever's next to you at
He-
some point
Yes.
during a sporting
It's the
event?
president. Man, you don't talk to him.
It's the
It's
president,
the
right?
president. Dog.
You're gonna talk to him,
regardless how you feel about it. If you have the opportunity to talk to the man, you're gonna talk to him.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't understand.
Does anybody know what he
I'm
said?
asking him how he's doing.
How you doing,
Yeah,
man?
we're gonna.
Right.
I'm gonna chat him up a
How you
little
doing?
bit for sure.
I might take a picture. and post like, I'm with the president. I don't care who it is. I'm taking a picture. It's the
Right.
president.
Right.
Right.
It is the president of the United States.
Yeah, of the United States. How often you get to meet the president?
And guess what? I was talking to a friend of mine, a business associate, and he has some very interesting views on the fact that this president, Donald J. Trump, has changed the way the United States is viewed in the world. Some people take it as that they think we're a joke. However, he has gone and talked to what's his name, Kim Jong-un. He has made China, back off on their tariffs because we raise tariffs and they raise them and we raise them again, and now they're like, all right, we can't handle it anymore. Obviously, the Ukraine is our friend, so Russia's our friend, which I know people hate that, but when I'm a fan of diplomacy, the way he explained it is that if you have a certain amount of attitude and vigor with the world, they tend to understand. Then the countries tend to start to work with you because they know you're serious. That was his take on it. What do you guys think about it?
I think I kind of agree with what he's saying. I also think with President Trump, the problem is that it's a divide because people take the race out of it. So that's the first thing. All the publicity is the racial component of it, whether it's real, whether it's fake, or whatever, however you feel about it. People take that side of it, and then you take the lion. Like, he makes up stuff. Like, we all can agree, he make up stuff. You like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You know what I'm saying? He makes up stuff. But then there's another side that Moose's friend is talking about, and the side that people don't want to give credit to, like how he gave money to. He gave more money to like the HBCUs, like opened up, but gave them more grant money and all that stuff to the historical Black college universities that wasn't there before. Like, yeah, everybody talking about that. So I mean, he's no different. Well, he's different than any other president because of all the extra stuff. But he's no different than other politician. But they don't do some good stuff, they'll do some bad stuff. Is how you feel about it, man. Everything he's done is not terrible. It's not the end of the world.
If he'd keep his ass off Twitter, I think he would be pretty on par with the rest of the other presidents.
I think that's the biggest thing. He's the first president to really use Twitter like we use Twitter.
Like the things he says are just...
even Obama was just the first one to have his phone. Have his phone. And to have access to the
right, but Obama wasn't tweeting like,
nah,
y'all idiots, man, what the heck? He wasn't doing that. No. It was all kind of like,
have a great day today, guys.
Yeah, but it was very uplifting.
Yeah. He probably smiles.
His tweets still are that way.
Trump is the one actually writing on his Twitter.
He's there's
nobody else that has his phone, no aide that's doing his tweeting for him.
Right.
So
he also does business in the OSS.
There's no POTUS account. You you have the Pacers account. The Pacer account. It's just somebody with the phone just texting all day. Yeah, there's no POTUS account. It's actually...
There is a POTUS account, but it's not the one that's used.
Yeah, it's not. He's using his actual...
He's using Donald J. Trump.
Right.
Yes, I mean, outside of that, it's so much of it. We getting too much of him, so it becomes overwhelming at times. I remember the first 6 months, it was like every single day.
Yeah,
every day. I remember him on the show.
But you know what happens though? I mean, we're not used to it. It still happens every day.
Yeah.
We just don't pay attention to it, I'm sure. And
I
don't follow him, so I don't even know.
I don't follow him. You can't help but get the tweets. Everybody talk about it.
Right.
The problem is this is what happened to get Obama in office. The people they refused to have anything less than a white man in office. It was not going any other direction.
Wow.
That joker. So he went from this dude civilized to like he a loose cannon. But
you still love him though.
They give him whatever they want. That's the problem. That's the problem. I said it before, and I'll say it again. The problem with minorities in this country is we are too proud. We have this idea, but the thing is, Trump is a narcissist. If you know anything about people who are narcissistic, all you have to do is play to their side, play to their favor, and you will get whatever you want. Because there used to be a thing, I think I talked about on the show, where people would say, whoever Trump's talked to last, it's usually the way he goes. So it would be people who want to get stuff passed, get stuff done when he ran his business. They'll wait all day to be the last one to go in his office to talk to him, and then whatever they want will get done. and it's like I feel like Trump likes to be liked. He likes to be liked. So if black people,
you think he really cares if people like him?
Yes, he cares.
Man,
Dude, why? He's a narcissist. He wants to be.
So he doesn't care if people like him. He's like, hey, you all like me. Hello.
But he wants. Why do you think when Kim Kardashian walk in there and get people to get out of jail? Because
she's got a nice booty.
Because she speaks his language.
Have you seen her booty?
I don't think it's nice.
Let's talk.
It's weird.
Why you hating?
It's weird shaped.
I'm not hating.
I'm just saying.
Kim,
I think it's at this point it's slightly too extreme, and it's like kind of weird
Is it
shapen
fake?
at this point. 100% it's fake.
It's 100% fake.
You didn't know that?
No, it's not.
Little Sister's booty's fake too.
What's Armenian? What are they?
But
they
no,
are
they Armenian?
She had some work done. But her war is still on point.
Her what?
Her war.
Her war?
Mm-hmm. Waist ass ratio.
You're the man.
Oh my god!
I really appreciate you. War.
Yeah,
All I'm saying is like the bottom of her cheeks where it meets the leg is like weird.
Have you seen that one where like the lady like flips it, like she turns it, like it's in her booty cup, and she like flipping around? I don't know nothing about that. And
really?
We for sure took a humongous moose turn. But did you guys also hear about the elementary school where there was a flight leaving LAX and then like it was in trouble, so it had to dump fuel?
No.
And just dump fuel right where, and it happened to be over like 4 elementary schools.
Oh my gosh!
So
were
like,
the children at recess?
Well, only 44 of them got like gas on them or whatever, jet fuel, I guess, on them.
Can you imagine that phone call as a parent? Hey, your child got jet fuel poured on them today at recess. We need you to come pick them up,
It was a flight from LAX to Shanghai, so it had.
Man, I mean, part of me wish that one of them kids was mine.
So you'd have so much money.
It wouldn't be Delta, it'd be GZ Airlines.
No, man, you know how much money? And 44 kids ain't a lot, so a class action lawsuit, you walking away with a pretty penny.
That's true.
When this 44, you like, man, okay, if they give us 50
it was
million,
a Boeing 777.
Yeah, so you poured gas on me, bro. So
wait, it was only 149 passengers on board.
No, what I'm saying is, you poured 100, so that means the 44 kids got 100, you took 100 million, you getting about 5 million apiece off that lawsuit, buddy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I think like that. Like sometimes I wish this maybe it's something small what happens. It's like,
Yeah.
You just want to lose a finger for $3 million? $3
million for sure. Take the pinky, man.
Yeah, I'm with that one.
Take the pinky, bro.
Like Ronnie Lott. No, I don't think so. Hey. So all right.
But that's messed up. That I mean, somebody got their eyes burned or whatever.
That's a mess.
It's a mess.
I mean, no, it looks like nobody died or anything. So I mean, that's a good thing.
That's what I'm saying, man. So the lawsuits, you can't argue that. You got to settle out of court.
All right, so you guys know that we bombed the Iranian general a couple weeks ago. Actually killed him with drone attacks. A few days later, Iran, and I think we talked about this. Like they have to like kind of come back, and say,
they bombed the place nobody was at.
So they bombed like some empty tents. Like, hey, we're not scared of y'all. And then,
but really we are, but we not.
But here's the thing, though. Then they freaked out, and a plane was heading to the Ukraine, and they shot it. They shot it one time with the missile and hit it, and it was going down. And then I saw today, and I read where they shot a second missile, and that's where they blew it up, and just blew it out of the sky. And what it was Ukrainian folks. They're going back to the Ukraine, and it was 176 people died in the whole thing. So there were some people from Ukraine and some Iranians that were heading to Russia.
Just regular people.
Yeah, just civilians, man.
That's
civilians. And Iraq, so it was. Oh, I'm sorry. So here was 82 Iranians, 57 Canadians, because I did see Trudeau on the news too. So Trudeau was pissed too. Trudeau is the Prime Minister.
Yeah, but everybody afraid of Canada.
Let's
be honest, dog.
That's true.
And we're gonna take our syrup away.
And so he was.
They're horrible bacon.
He was. You don't like Canadian bacon?
I mean, I like regular bacon much better.
Canadian
if I had to choose, tasty. I'm taking.
I will get pissed off. I'm at McDonald's bacon. And like I order like a McMuffin, and I don't specifically say sausage McMuffin. They automatically give you The Canadian bacon one, and it pisses me
That's
off like
funny because-
right away.
Why is that?
That's
Because
funny because
it's-
that's the
I
only
don't
Canadian
want
bacon
it.
I'll eat.
Huh?
That's the only time I eat Canadian bacon.
I want a sausage McMuffin, but I think I'm in my mind. I'm like, hey, let me get a McMuffin, please, with egg.
But they're not all sausage.
Now
That's
I know.
why.
And so I got that Canadian bacon piece of crap, and I was mad. I was mad about it. I was mad. I got that POS, and I was mad about it. You almost got to put three of them together to get some meat taste in there. Anyway,
Funny.
guys. So, so here's what they did. They went and arrested some of the folks from. I guess they had to be in the army because it was an accidental shot. It was accidental from the army. So like they went and they arrested some of the folks that accidentally shot those missiles off. What do you guys think about that?
What did they think they were shooting down?
They probably thought it was some type of spy ship.
Because here's the thing: number one, you don't accidentally shoot one missile, much less two.
Yeah.
And then, if it was an accident, what was your intention of shooting off not one but two missiles? How is that an accident?
You explain it.
I don't know. That's I don't understand.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not an accident.
But basically, somebody gonna take the fall for this.
It's on purpose.
Clearly, somebody gave the order
Twice.
They arrested those guys, but I mean, is there more that needs to happen? Iran denied that its military may have played a role, but I'm not sure like who else would have I understand
Who
like
else sets off Iranian missiles?
who else has missiles when Iran said our military didn't have anything to do with it.
The only thing
civilians.
The only thing that might save
missiles.
them it was Iranians and Canadians, yo. If it was one American on that plane, boy,
Beyond.
So
it'll be over. If it was just one American, forget all the Iranian. That shows how much of American life is worth. One American, and I'll make it even worse. One American woman on the plane.
Yeah, it would have been on and popping.
No,
We'd have lit them up.
Lit them up.
Yeah,
to hit the button.
Yeah,
we shoot everything we got.
We'd have lit them up. Yeah, that's true.
It was just some Canadians and
some Iranians and some going to the Ukraine.
Yeah, like
and so I mean, like, so the speculation is that they made a mistake because United States targeted targeted.
They probably thought it was one of them American planes flying.
Rouhani. I think his name was Rouhani. Rouhani. I'm probably not saying it right, but it's probably Rouhani because they targeted the general.
Dear Iran.
Was it a drone killing when they killed the general?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I just feel like if America is gonna come attack you, we're not coming on a 777.
We're not using that.
That's not what's happening.
Matter of fact,
leave those up in the sky.
And it's leaving. It was leaving.
Yeah.
The same airport. You know what I mean? Like the missile caught. Like I watched the video. The missile caught up to it and hit it.
Oh, you got a video?
Yeah, it's video. And then the second missile caught up to it, and that's when it went up. So the first missile hit it.
The second one was the accident.
The first missile hit it and did not send it into flames. The second missile,
was it a
second.
missile?
Well, I don't know if you're old enough to remember Scud missiles
missile.
and all that. But,
yeah.
So the first missile hit it and didn't blow it up. The second missile hit it and it burst into flames at that
I
point.
can imagine being on that flight. Boom! Man, what the hell? Boom!
Then you're just gone.
I'm sorry. I misspoke on the name. It's Qasem Soleimani. Soleimani, I think is his name. That's
Did
the
you just
general.
say salami?
It's Soleimani.
Salamanamani.
Salamana do 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 do. Salamana do 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 do. Salamana do 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 do. Salamana. All right, I gotta stop. I'm tripping. All right, so you guys have any thoughts about that?
I don't understand how you accidentally shoot a missile, and we're not coming in a 777.
What's that?
I don't understand how you accidentally shoot a missile, and we are not coming over there in a 777.
So
those are my thoughts.
Yeah,
I just who else gets to push the magic button to launch the missile not once but twice accidentally? If it wasn't.
That's how the movie sound when it come out. Do do.
I mean, hey guys, let's shoot this missile. Oops. Go ahead and shoot another one. Our bad.
Yeah,
It's not an accident. I don't think you can accidentally shoot a missile.
Did the plane, going back real quick, did the plane actually land?
It was flying in the air.
The two fell out from LAX.
No, that was...
I went back.
Two different
I
stories.
went back for a second.
Oh, yeah.
So
going back to the other story, let's not confuse these two stories.
Yeah, okay, I'm
going
on
back
that
real quick.
It left LAX heading to Shanghai.
It had an issue.
Dump
the fuel, which they do that all the time.
Oh, we got to get light, dump the fuel, so we got to get back and land, yes.
Okay.
So like some schools right
but
there.
Everybody realized it was like a populated area.
They probably didn't even care about it. They probably just
let's
get light and go.
Did you realize they dump fuel all the time when they land? If you got too much fuel, they got to dump that shit.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you can't land with fuel because if something happens, that explode. When you land, there's no fuel in the plane.
Where did they dump it?
Just
over schools?
They dump it.
On playgrounds?
Just get rid of it.
I didn't see this last night, but it says Joe Burrow walked off the field with a $100,000 cigar.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see people exaggerate the price, but he did have a cigar and he was smoking one.
There's like a whole video out with it now.
Is it real?
And then, not to mention, you got your boy, who's the Odell Beckham, counting out money, giving it to players on camera. Like, oh, what are you doing? What are you
trying to get everybody in?
He's trying to ruin the whole thing. You can't go in the locker room with that, man. And he on camera that dude was like probably gave him like a stack.
What in the world?
Just sitting there like a real fancy dude smoking his cigar.
He's already graduated.
He's 24. It ain't like he's illegal.
Yeah, he's already graduated. He graduated from Zero State.
He's like Jeezy over here.
If you think about it, he graduated from Zero State in 3 years.
Yeah.
And still had 2 years eligibility to go to LSU and win. Like he is
smart kid.
He's smart
hitting that stogie.
Well, yeah. Apparently the police asked them to put it out and they laughed in their face. Because multiple people on the team had it. But there's a video of like their post-game celebration that includes it. But yeah. That
you imagine being that police guy? Put a cigar out. Brother, I just won a national title in Louisiana.
Right.
Go on somewhere, man.
Right.
Like,
I don't even know why you bothering me.
Why you bothering me, man? Like my dad always said, man. My dad always told me, man, don't be the one. Don't be the one.
Just in general?
Just don't be the one, man. It's all, because when you go out, it's always one person that's doing something they ain't supposed. It's always one.
That's true.
Don't be the one, dog. That cop was the one that night. They're in there having a good time. Ain't bothering nobody. Ain't nobody complaining. They chilling. You gotta put that out. That smoke won't even evaporate in that building. It won't even. You won't smell no smoke in that building. It's too big. I mean, go on somewhere.
Plus, I'm sure there was other crazy things happening.
Oh, for sure it is.
So I feel like of all the things that the police could be worried about, there are better ways they could have spent their time.
I don't know.
Unless maybe they were jealous and they wanted to just join.
All right, so I got a question for you guys, man. As we go further into the show and kind of get into like the big topic right now is the fact that Meghan Markle and what's his name, Prince Harry are trying to. I think the word is excommunicate. Maybe I'm not sure.
Well,
that's John Wick. Yeah.
The peasants of the United States who are obsessed with the royal family are calling it the Megxit.
Well, anyway, I'm not the Megxit.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. And it's one of those things where I think that like they are trying to make a move now. Jeezy, you had some thoughts on this earlier, and in the barbershops around the land, what is the scuttlebutt?
The scuttlebutt has been this dude get a hold of some African American snatch and decided to give up his royalty, yo.
He's like, you know what? I don't be a president.
I
got one for you right here. Hey, Grandma. Hey, this Harry. Hi. Yeah. Can you get Dad? Can you get Dad around, please, real quick? And my brother. Hey, I'm never coming back to the palace again.
Yeah, y'all keep all the money y'all want.
Yeah.
Well, why not?
I got this good right here.
I'm done.
Yeah.
You're a disgrace to the family. His brother's pissed.
He didn't give up the whole for one.
He wasn't gonna be king.
He wasn't.
He was not.
But no, it ain't that.
He was never gonna be. No. He got children that are like 2 years old in front of him for the throne.
No, what I'm saying.
Multiple.
What I'm saying, that ain't the point. You giving away the money.
Not very much.
So
$6 million is a lot of money.
So
plus,
listen, at this point, they're trying to figure out, the royal family, I guess, is trying to figure out who pays for their security, who's going to pay for where they live, because right now they're going to Canada.
Which the royal family's going to do it because it's bad. I mean, like,
correct.
when Harry and Meghan went into the meeting, you know, they was like, hey, here's what we got. And the royal family's like, okay. They can't say, well, we're not providing security for you anymore. How bad would they look to the country? They can't say, well, you can't have your inheritance from your mother or your great-grandma. So he still has that money. They can't say that. So they're going to go with that. The only thing they missing is the queen, because like Charles makes some money somehow, right? And somehow, that you say when you name $6 million, that $6 million goes to the older boy. $6 million goes to Harry. So he might forfeit $6 million from his dad, but he still got money from his mom, and he got $39 million sitting in the bank
for some Nuncy. It's like remember that one Coming to America? You can just all that for me. We can totally give it up.
Right?
Like, nah.
Right.
But Megan was like, for sure, I gotta go back to LA.
So
y'all
she's
stink.
closer.
Y'all don't brush y'all
She's
teeth.
on the other side of the pond.
Y'all musty. Y'all got no AC. I'm a LA girl,
Do you think she was flexing on him like that?
Dude, she's from LA. As much as everybody say we love, like they're in England. Okay, if you know anything about England, women don't shave their armpits. You know,
it was not a dirty country.
It ain't a clean country either.
Do you think they had this conversation before they got married, or do you think she was just like, she had this romantic idea in her brain, and now she's like, F this?
Yeah, it's over with. Hey, I gotta get back to the States. My family out there.
Her family can be anywhere she wants them to be. She has $5 million herself.
That's over with.
Her family can be.
I'm surprised the queen was like, "Look, I'm gonna pay you some money. Just go ahead and leave." Here.
Hey, did you see? Did you see where I saw today where the cameras caught? So check this lineup out. It's the CEO of Disney and his wife. It's Harry's back. Harry's talking to the CEO of Disney. Standing next to Harry is Meghan, who's talking to Beyonce. And next to Beyonce is Jay-Z, standing there looking like, what do I do? Like he like in the video he hugged on Meghan, you know. But Harry talking to her, he was like, yo, you know she does voiceover work. And the Disney guy's like, really? He goes, yeah, she does voiceover work. She'd be ready to do some voiceover work. What do you think? And the Disney guy's like, he's not really, you could tell he's not really wanting to talk about it. Right. But it's happening. He's like, we already
got a group. You know what I'm saying?
We'll take a look at it. Yeah. You know? But, man, Harry is out there, man, trying to make it happen, dog. He's trying to make it happen, man.
Beyonce knows she can sing. She put on one of her songs.
I mean, you know, it's one of those things where I think that I feel like they'd be okay if they're not royalty. Yeah.
Well, that would be fine, but it's until the queen, like, you know what, man, it's time to get that action and get that paparazzi dude on the phone.
Dang, that's kind of macabre.
Wow.
Don't mess around. What you say, Moose, last week? Y'all need to figure it out. Figure it out, man. But don't make me come downstairs, man.
All right, so here's the thing, though. BuzzFeed, man. If I can find it, I'm gonna call it up for you because YouTube will trip out. So BuzzFeed, I saw where I did a little research, and they had a story. So what they did was they took the stories from Harry's, from Meghan, and William's wife. What's her name?
Something really white. Oh, I want
to say like Sarah. It's Pilgrim. Anyway, so they took them to right, and so old girl's like, so Harry, so William's wife, and in BuzzFeed it says, oh, she's caressing the baby bump, right, and then Meghan's the same Kate, right? So Kate, they show pictures of Kate like holding her belly, and it says she's caressing her baby bump.
Mm-hmm.
Then it shows pictures of Megan holding the baby bump. It's like, why won't she let go of the baby bump?
Mm-hmm.
20 headlines? Is this it?
It might be. And then there was one, Kate uses beautiful flowers. Chooses beautiful flowers
I see it.
at her. You got it?
Yeah.
You want to read it?
So the first one is not long to go. Pregnant Kate tenderly cradles her baby bump while wrapping up her royal duties ahead of maternity leave. Why can't Meghan Markle keep her hands off her bump? Experts tackle the question that has got the nation talking. Is it pride, vanity, acting, or a new age bonding technique?
That's
I feel like that's how they wrote.
And I was going to say, your whole tone was messed
I
up
feel
when
like
you read it.
that's how you gotta read it.
All right.
Don't you think?
I tell you what, read Kate's the same way.
Kate's morning sickness cure. Prince William gifted it with an avocado to the pregnant Duchess.
You can't hardly even
I
read
can't.
it. Name.
Meghan Markle's beloved avocado linked to human rights abuse and drought.
What?
I couldn't get through that one.
Wait.
First of all, it's a headline about an avocado.
Wow, where do avocados come from?
Mexico.
Yeah, the cartels own all that shit.
Well, they're delicious.
All right,
Thank you,
read,
cartel.
read another one.
That's funny.
Are you going to tell? I mean, come on, man.
She said human rights. Yeah, all of our.
She's eating avocado?
Yeah.
She don't like Mexicans.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Kate and Wills Inc. Duke and Duchess secretly set up companies to protect their brand, just like the Beckhams. A right royal cash-in, how Prince Harry and Meghan Markle trademarked over 100 items from hoodies to socks in 6 months before split from the monarchy.
Is it what we think it is?
No, it is exactly.
Do you think it's racism?
No, Moose. It's what I said last week. 40 million.
This one's horrible.
Oh, gosh.
Read this one.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Why you can always say it with flowers. Royal wedding, how Meghan Markle's flowers may have put Princess Charlotte's life at risk.
Yes, that's the one I saw. That's the one I was trying. Yeah, can you? But
Charlotte.
It's a picture, right?
Kate and William's daughter.
So it's a picture of Kate and William's family are, at their wedding, like holding flowers and chilling, right? Then it's a picture of their daughter, their oldest daughter, holding Harry and Meghan's flowers, and like she's allergic to them or something. I mean, come on, that's the same tabloid there in. And I use tabloid. I mean, I think it's a newspaper. Is it a tabloid? I think it's a newspaper.
Man, you're in these countries, man.
You ready? So this is pictures with the girls with the Queen, and in both pictures, the Queen has a hat on.
Mm-hmm.
Kate's stylish coat coordinated perfectly with the Queen. No hat. Also, does not coordinate perfectly, for the record. How Meghan Markle's confusion over a hat nearly got her in big trouble with the Queen. Meghan Markle also is not wearing a hat.
Hey, man. They hating on her,
They
man.
are.
So do you feel like she's like, at this point, she's like, you know what? I am sick of these haters, man. And so we're going to call Justin Trudeau, and we're going to go to Canada. They already pissed about them getting the people shot down. We're going to go over there, we're going to chill, and we're going to just kind of post up over there, and I'm going to do some voiceovers from Disney. Beyonce going to be having me hanging with Beyonce and Serena Williams and Oprah and them. They're my friends.
Yeah. America love Prince Harry already, so
For sure,
they do love Prince Harry.
We do.
Yeah,
because he's his partier. We love him.
So we can live a good life over here with no problem.
The millennials love Prince Harry.
And Meghan Markle. So they can
For
live
sure.
Here. They can be.
Was she in Suits?
Yes.
She
lived in Canada when she filmed Suits. She was in Vancouver.
Oh, she about to just get right back in.
But what I'm saying is they can be royalty over here.
And right.
We will gladly accept you.
Yeah.
Yes.
They can be royalty
just
over
like
here.
but our queen is Beyonce, right?
I guess
so how they gonna do that?
Well,
She's going to be the queen up there in Canada.
Maybe that's why Meghan and Beyonce were talking. Maybe they're trying to figure out the queendom.
Yeah.
So Meghan and
because the Beehive ain't messing around.
You think it's like East and West Coast? Like, how's this gonna work? North and South? How are we gonna divide ourselves?
Because she is not giving up the throne.
Oh hell no!
All right, Ron, can we? I know this ain't part of your news.
The Megxit, yeah.
For 100% is not. I can almost guarantee. Matter of fact, I'll put.
It's not.
But
whatever it is,
can
you
look up the news on Akon City, man? I know Moose doesn't know what that is either.
Akon City?
Akon City.
Oh, I did see this. It was not part of my
Yeah,
news because I think it's
That's
fake.
even worse that you saw it and it wasn't part of your news. That's even worse.
I think it's
So,
fake.
It is not fake. It's
Talk to me.
100% real.
Talk to me.
So
Akon
Akon's building a city.
Building a city in the synagogue, yo.
You know what?
Crypto city. Don't worry, he'll use cryptocurrency too.
Is it fake?
Why are you saying?
Is it fake?
See,
I don't know.
Just answer my question first,
No, it's not
please.
fake. It's not fake.
I think it is
No,
fake.
Moose.
It's a real town.
Listen.
I think it's fake.
Can I buy a house there?
Listen.
With dollars.
Stop, Moose.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you what just happened. It just happened. Dude, now she was reading the Meghan Markle story.
She did make it.
It just happened right there.
Because I think it's fake.
First of all,
This is fake.
this is cryptocurrency. Have you ever heard of Bitcoin? How real is Bitcoin? How real is Litecoin?
All I'm gonna say is I think the reason you're so mad
Hold on,
is wait. Wait.
First of all, Bitcoin is a real thing.
I think there's 4 words why you're so pissed off about this. You ready?
I want to hear him.
Akon and Young Jeezy. I think you're mad because you think you're
Yes.
buddies with him. You think you're buddies with him.
Yes.
And you're pissed.
I love it.
First of all, Akon is paid, and y'all didn't know the story how he got his money. Y'all think of him as an artist. No. He made his money on solar power energy, and it was this whole big thing that he went through his country to provide solar power energy to build hospitals and all in the communities and get off the oil industry, like stop using the oil. So the president of his country told him, you know what, if you can go do it, I'll back you 100%. I'll back you. So Akon went out, and when Trump put the tariffs on China, he went to China. They had a whole bunch of solar panels they weren't doing nothing with because they couldn't sell them to the U.S. So China was like, man, I'll give them to you we'll give them to you. You know, so we'll give them to you for $1 billion or whatever the deal was. So this just go back to his president and was like, yo, I got the deal done. China give us $1 billion for all this stuff. And the dude was like, real quiet and was like, what did you just do? He was like, no, you told me to go out and get a deal. So he told the dude, man, close my door. He was like, man, do you realize what you did gets you killed, man? Like, that stuff gets you killed. What you did, the thing you did today is the reason why war started. You can't just go get stuff. There's proper channels you got to go through. You just can't go. So that's why they told me they had to work a deal out because then they oil from Iran and Dubai. All that's coming in. So anyway, he lets it the deal. So now he's trying to build a Wakanda-like city, a futuristic city. That's using his crypto as a currency, Acoin.
Here's why I think it's not.
He
real.
calls it Acoin.
It's Acoin.
Here's why I think it's not real. Because in 2013, he said he wanted to have a big impact on Africa. And then in 2018, he announced these plans for this city and end of story. That's it. End of story.
Ron, did you not hear nothing I just said about this?
No, I really honestly stopped listening.
Yeah, so.
You know, I don't understand. Hey, folks, have his radio show.
Wait, I don't understand why she won't believe the brother. The actual city is happening. It's a city.
She's looking at you. Told her to look at it.
Nothing I found said that it was actually happening. Like, these are the only facts that I can find. I'm sorry, there was a tweet. There was a tweet that went out that talked about Akon City, that he wanted to build it. Right? We've already gone down that.
Yeah.
No, like, here's the thing. Like, it's when are they breaking ground? What's going to happen?
Well, like I said, the city's going up tomorrow. It's going to take time. It takes time to get this stuff up and going. Like American one built in a day.
Well, why weren't we talking about this in 2018 when he announced the plan?
Actually, I did talk about. I came on the show. Well, you don't listen.
I wasn't listening.
I don't know. That's your privilege taking over, I guess. You don't. If it's
no, it's just
if
you.
If it's Flash of the Brown,
really
we don't listen to it.
No,
why is what happen? Oh, it's Acoin. It's
you.
like real crypto.
It's just you that I don't listen to.
Cryptocurrency is real.
It's just you that I don't listen to.
He has crypto for a long time. Yes, anyway, I'm going to Akon City.
Well, I would love for you to go and bring back pictures and prove to me it's real.
Oh no, there will be no pictures. You just want him to come back.
This says that it's going to be 7 minutes from the airport, so you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
You'll be right on a flight, since you're going to own an airline anyway, since they're going to dump jet fuel on your child. You can take Jeezy Airlines and then drive 7 minutes to Akon City.
I'll be right there. Then I go to New Africa in Atlanta.
He's going to build next to him.
You going to do what?
Jeezy's going to build next to him so that it can be Akon and Young Jeezy.
Then I'm going to go to New Africa.
Trying to take it easy. only way to go.
All right, so I tell you what, we need some remnant news
Yeah,
real quick.
I have
You
all
got
kinds.
some?
Yeah,
I don't believe it.
whatever. We haven't done that news in like 6 months.
Akon and Young Jeezy.
Yes.
That's why you're so fired up about that.
That is why.
That's
Okay.
what I think.
So Tekashi 6ix9ine is back in the news, and
I thought he was in jail.
Well, he is. He would like to serve the rest of his sentence at home because his safety is at risk in jail. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah, because the snitches get stitches, right?
But like, okay, so
Yeah,
you
boy.
snitch on your whole crew, and you don't think that you think home's safer
Right.
than jail? I, sir, disagree. So he has asked to be released to serve the rest of his 24-month sentence at home. We have not had an answer on that yet, so we'll see. But like, he probably also is just really ready to get his hair re-dyed because I'm sure it looks a whole kind of mess in there.
All kind of mess.
I mean, yikes. I just, disaster. Okay, so I want to take it back to a little bit before Christmas because we did not get to talk. We haven't talked about that news since before Christmas. So let's go back to the Megxit. Every Christmas, the Queen puts out a family photo for the British to enjoy, I guess. And Meghan and Harry and what's his face, the child, were left out of it. What's his name? Oh my gosh, it's going to bug me. Archie. They were not part of it. They've also been stripped of their titles. So we'll see what happens with this. But I think they could come here and be our royalty. Or at least the royalty of the North. There were also no pictures of Prince Andrew. And the speculation is because of his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Scandal.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth are in the news. And they recently have gotten a divorce, right? They weren't married very long. But apparently they're both incredibly bitter over this, even though Miley has a new dude. She's kind of a disaster anyway. So they will not, neither of them will be single until March, but Miley already has a new dude. So ladies, if you want to try to get Liam Hemsworth, I would say he's fair game at this point.
That's crazy.
Well, that's true life. You know there are people that like stalk celebrities and like try to get with them, which honestly sounds exhausting to me.
Yes.
Can you imagine like trying to follow people around just to find them to like?
That's paparazzi do. That's
Man.
life.
Yeah, but doesn't that sound like really exhausting? No, just to me. There was an actress from Captain America. She's like a no-name actress. She was just in the movie. And she, ready for this? This is insane.
Uh-oh.
She killed her mother just a few days before Christmas. You ready? With an 11-inch knife, and she says it was self-defense. Now,
Was it a bread knife?
it must have been, because I don't know any other 11-inch knives.
Yeah, there's no chef knife that's that. I'm sorry, that sounds very insensitive right now, though.
So I just am. So it was it was self-defense.
I made
so
a
this
mistake.
is like the
I made a
accident
mistake.
missile.
Wait, I made a mistake. I put wrestling on, so Jesus done talking. I'm getting off. I'm turning it off.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm listening to
No, you're done talking.
He's
I'm
watching wrestling and sleeping with his eyes open.
Exactly.
That's what's
I'm
happening
done.
over
I'm
here.
put on something he's not paying on. Yeah,
So you can turn
black
on This
is
Is
even
Us.
worse.
Yeah. So I don't
He
know.
immediately picked up his phone.
May,
See how we
yeah.
are in this society?
I know.
You
It's
just
horrible.
walked away. You
I use a bathroom. Say, folks, hi, United States and all around the world. Moose sometimes has to use the bathroom during the show.
It happens. It's real life, man.
It goes down like that.
So
Anyway,
I think this
sorry.
actress from Captain America is probably part of the Iranian government, and it was also an accident.
What the heck?
No, I mean, if you accidentally shoot missiles and you self-defense stab your mother with an 11-inch knife.
Was her mom going off on her? Like,
Well, the autopsy report says that there is no way it was self-defense.
Well, yeah.
Now, there are no other details released, but to me, that means maybe more than once and very aggressive.
What scene was she in the Captain
She
America
got a
movie?
spreader.
Whoa.
And what Captain America movie? Are we talking about Winter Soldier, First Avenger?
Let me tell First
Civil-
Avenger.
Oh, First
and
Avenger?
I wish I could tell you. So I Googled her and, like, no character name came up. So she
Mhm.
must have just been in the film somewhere.
Yeah, someone in the background.
She was in some other things that I had never heard of.
What she look like?
Well, this is her mugshot, so pilgrim, short hair, kind of crazy.
She had potential to be cute. Yeah, you can tell.
Little crazy eyes there happening.
Yeah, she definitely has crazy eyes.
The medical examiner did not find any injuries consistent with the mom delivering any strikes or being in control of the knife. So they are saying that the daughter is the aggressor, and they have now booked her for murder. Her name is Molly Fitzgerald. She lives in Johnson County, Kansas.
That's pretty wild, man.
Her mom was 68.
That's pretty wild.
I know. So, I don't know. People are insane, and
you have more?
Iran
you got
That's
more.
amazing,
shoots
boy.
off accidental missiles.
Like she's kind of hot, yo. She got crazy eyes, but in this picture, oh boy.
Let me see that. Oh, I did see that picture. It looks like Glamour Shots. Do you guys remember Glamour Shots?
Yeah, I had a bunch of my women in my family had that.
My mom did it, and she had like big old hair. At USC, there have been 3 athletic officials fired tied to this admissions scandal.
Well, Felicity Huffman in there?
Lori Loughlin, and yes, absolutely. So the CFO has been fired. And so USC is not really releasing a statement, but there have just been a lot of ties to this. And so I don't know that this is going to be over. I don't know. Maybe these 3 people getting fired will be done.
Is
and now
it a
that
situation?
they've been to Martha Stewart jail.
Is it a situation where these children are not very smart and they're not able to get into these schools that they want to get into?
Here's the thing.
Because, I mean,
here's my thing.
all of us, we play sports or went into school, and we made a decision on where we were going to go.
Yes, we did.
Right? And the decision was made based on who wanted us if we played sports, right? If you had a choice, then it was who you wanted, right? And then beyond that, it was if all else fails, can I afford this?
Yeah.
Right. And so these parents all have enough money to pay for it. Like they have enough money to pay for school, and so they could have just said, hey, you get accepted, we'll pay you. What it sounds like these children weren't smart enough to get into these schools. They would have to go to NAIA schools or lesser schools, and they didn't want that.
I mean, I don't understand why you would try to pay off a school to get your kid in if they were smart enough to get in on their own, right?
Exactly.
Like, isn't that the only reason you would pay off a school?
Or you just want to ensure that they get in because, God, heaven forbid that they don't get in, and they get a 3.7 GPA or whatever. And they was
I don't even know who their children are, though. Like, nobody would know who they were if their parents didn't try to pay off the school.
I don't understand why it's an issue to begin with. Like if they get the money
to pay off the school.
Yeah, why? It costs anyway. It costs. To
well,
anyway.
they were cheating on like the SATs. They were paying off. They were bribing essentially. What is that? It's not coercion. It's it may be collusion, coercion, and there's some other fancy term that they were doing outside of not bribery because the people were like everybody was all in on it, but that is a crime.
How? Why?
Because if that's the case, anybody.
Okay, so SAT. So there's been plenty of athletes that have cheated on SAT and then now one went to jail.
If they get caught, they get kicked out or whatever. All that kind of stuff.
Everybody going to jail. It's SAT. Everybody going to jail. So that's number one. Now if you cheat on SATs, that's different. I ain't know about that part. But if you're just trying to get your kid to school, like
I mean,
all I gotta do is like, hey man, like. Take a picture of him on the soccer field just for me.
Or like rowing. I think they had him rowing or something.
There's a player right now on Kentucky's team who's on the bench. He's a Pilgrim kid. Since the end of the bench. He's there strictly for the GPA. Or he's some alumni's kid. They give him a uniform. It happens all the time.
I saw Tom Izzo's boy play for Little Brother like the last 30 seconds of a game a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean... So miss me with the whole, they're taking the spot for someone else. Just shut up. Okay. Know your role.
Because for sure they're not going on the team once they get to school.
You know your role, shut your mouth. Okay. Like if your kid can't outsmart or if you got the means, it's the world we live in. Some kids will go to UCLA. Some kids will go to UCLA of Pasadena.
That's real. And guess
Yeah.
what? You just go to UCLA.
Yeah.
You just say,
You know what I'm
you just
saying?
say, I go to UCLA.
Yeah. You're like, man, I go to IU. PY. You know what I mean? Like, you just say it like that.
It's fine.
You know, and I'm mad about that. Like the Purdue part never gets no love from the Uwe Pool.
Well, here's the thing. IUPUI has changed their like logo and how it all works. So you can still get a Purdue degree from IUPUI, but the campus now has been changed to Indiana University, Indianapolis.
So they dropped the PUI.
I mean, the I's still there.
I mean, to be
Still
fair, Purdue kids
Indianapolis.
are much smarter than
So you can still
IU
get a
kids.
Purdue degree there. I mean, you can get certain Purdue degrees there.
I mean, to be
but
fair-
it's IU Indianapolis.
To be fair, Purdue kids are smarter.
I hear you saying this. I'm just going to.
No, but I mean, it's fact. Their engineering
So-
program is way better than
Yeah.
IU,
Okay, they have a great engineering program.
for
Yes.
sure.
All schools have their claim to fame.
Yeah.
So,
It's
Trick
not bad.
Daddy is in the news, and
Yeah.
he looks awful.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, first of all, maybe I don't know what Trick Daddy used to look like because he always had on a hat and sunglasses.
Yeah,
So maybe I never really knew what he looked like. But turns out he has lupus, which is like miserable. I know people who have lupus. But he was busted over the weekend for cocaine possession and a DUI, which led to this mugshot that like is totally going around the internet. Man, he looks terrible. Like it looks like so there's these videos going around on Facebook where like the barber will shave their head and then they put like you know, like what you put under turf.
Let me see.
It looks like that.
It's a picture?
It's bad. It's his mugshot. It's Trick
Yeah.
Daddy's mugshot.
He started to get a haircut and then he stopped.
He looks real bad.
Oh, they got him in the barbershop?
No.
That's what it looked like. They started to
It
cut
was
it.
like, and they're like, shut it down.
No, he was for sure driving at the time because he was busted for cocaine possession and a DUI.
Dang, Trick Daddy.
I know. But so then I thought, well, maybe
Oh,
I
man,
like
he doing
Yo,
okay.
don't
maybe I don't know what he actually looks like because didn't he always wear a hat and
Yeah, he
sunglasses?
had braids back in the day, didn't
Maybe they were fake. Maybe they were attached to the hat.
he?
Oh, no.
Nowadays, who knows?
But it looks real bad, bless his heart. So, maybe I don't know how lupus and cocaine mix, but I feel like
Was it making it feel better?
maybe not great. I don't know.
That's what he used to look like, by the way.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
see-
had in my head. That's not what he looks like now. We should totally do a side by side on our Instagram. So
Man, I mean,
everybody
clearly
can see.
he's a mugshot. So
I know, but
the lighting's bad.
how old is Trick
The
Daddy?
camera, he about Moose's age.
I mean,
It's a good song. It's a good song.
huh?
You about your age, right?
What you trying to say?
That next song on your list
Y'all
is
the
My
same
Alarm
age,
Every
bro.
Morning.
He's not younger than you. I don't think he is.
No, he's not.
Scarface your age, bro.
I'll look it up. Sorry, I was
Slightly
jamming.
older, actually.
Yeah, so,
Play that next one.
hey, folks, we don't own this music, by the way, but we're going to let it roll. Oh, we don't have to say that, do we, on our show? Cause
He's
do pay for it.
45.
We do pay for it.
So my bad, Moose, he's older than you. He's younger than you.
I know.
Then why are we playing this?
This is what I wake up to every single morning. If I played baseball, this would be my walk-up song. Because I love it.
Trick Daddy, man.
Actually, in college, we had to pick hype songs, and our professor made a mixtape of everybody's. That was for sure mine.
Oh, goodness gracious. That's a
I mean,
lot.
you gotta be careful what you click on with Trick Daddy.
That's a lot. Whoa, that's a lot. I'm trying to get the... Oh, okay, there we go. Right.
You get
Did I
1.5 seconds.
Did I get in there? Hey, man, that's not our music,
That's
but, man,
Trick Daddy, man.
Trick Daddy, man, we love you, man. Hopefully you get it together. And, maybe he's self-medicating.
I feel like weed would be a better self-medication for lupus than cocaine. I don't know, though.
All of it's illegal in Florida, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. And speaking of that, man, so, I was watching this show. You know what it's time for?
What is it time for?
It's time for Bruising Reviews. Yeah, real quick. We gotta get
Mount
in there.
Everest.
We gotta get in there. No, Bruising Reviews. Hey guys, so I was watching this show on Netflix and it's called Rotten. And it talks about all these different things. Like, it's so interesting to me because it talks about all these different things that we totally take for granted. But it gives you the background information, where it's coming from, like where it's going to. So like honey, it talks about, what was another one I saw? Peanuts. Like, why are all these children allergic to peanuts all of a sudden?
I would love to know the answer to that.
Like,
Was there an answer?
because it wasn't like we didn't have it before, and all of a sudden it is.
Shots, man. Really.
Well, they talked about booster shots was one part. The other part is families are smaller. Families live in the city now where it's a little cleaner. Like, they're not on the farm, they're not playing out in the dirt and all that kind of stuff. They're getting these immunizations where it's taking your gut health and it's changing your gut health so that you can't fight everything off. And unfortunately, it looks like peanuts might have been one of those things. But so and it talked about shellfish, peanuts, and some of the other things that all of a sudden kids are allergic to. So Rotten.
That's true.
Rotten is a Netflix, like, kind of, I don't know,
documentary.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. It's a documentary that's really good, and if you're into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's good to pass the time if you're cleaning or, I don't know, taking a deuce or something. You just want some background noise.
Because everybody has a TV in the bathroom.
But here's the thing, though. You gotta pay attention to it because it talks about honey too. So if you get honey like that's not from your local area, it could have all these kind of different things in it. That some of the honey producers from Japan and all those places, like, they add to it because they don't have the same honey producing.
Right.
Opportunities that we do here in the United States.
And I will tell you that local fresh honey tastes way better.
Not even tastes better. If you get local honey from where you are from,
allergies,
then your allergies go away too because it's a natural allergy killer.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So anyway, Rotten. I would say 0 brews on Rotten. And I got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Great. Then I like 7.
Man. Queen and Slim. Queen and Slim was a movie that was out, and I think it didn't have much critical acclaim, obviously, because it's not in, if you look at all the best pictures and all that, it's...
they weren't struggling.
It's, what is it? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it's The Irishman, it's all those, right? Mm. Queen and Slim, man, is a great movie. I can't tell you who either of the actors are. I've seen the Get Out dude.
It is a Get Out dude.
I've seen him, but like the female was her first role. And can I please tell you that it was an amazing flick?
Check it out.
An amazing movie. It is for sure worth your time to see it. I would almost dare say, please go see it in the theater. Because we want to support the folks. The folks.
He's in Black Panther too.
Yeah.
He's at the very beginning. He's the friend.
Yeah. And he's in Black Mirror.
I never have watched it. I tried one time and I just couldn't get into it.
And so anyway, man, it's a great movie. I give it 0 brews. And I'm going to give it the Moose seal of approval.
What?
Yeah, you was wide
That never
awake.
happens.
I was wide awake during the flick. I loved it. I might be able to see it again. Matter of fact, I might go see it again just to give him some more money and see how that goes. Anyway, those are my 2.
All right, I got one. It's a blast from the past. Office season 1 and 2.
Somebody was talking about that the other day. I've never seen it.
I went back
either.
and I would start watching from season 1 just because I was bored one day. I just cut it on, and I'm addicted. I think I watched like 3 episodes a day.
Well, it'll do that to you.
It is. I forgot how funny. And what's crazy is that show would not exist today.
Why not?
Oh, the way they talk about women on the show, like the jokes.
It's like not that old, right?
You do realize Office started in 1999.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No, it did not.
Yeah.
No, it did not. Shut up.
Yeah.
No way.
Look it up. 1999, 98, 99.
Stop it. 21 years ago?
been 21 when for season 1.
Dang.
Season 1 was 21 years ago. Season 1.
No, it was not.
And it's been off air for like 10 years, run. Like,
well, I never watched it, but I can't believe it started 20 years ago.
I want to say it's 1999. Office started.
Wow. Did it really?
I don't think so.
Wow.
I mean, of course, I don't. What do I know? I'm
going to look.
Yeah. What do I know?
Well,
So
if you Google when did
really
The
like
Office
it
start, it wants to give you Microsoft Office. That's not what I want.
Office.
2005.
Hey, speaking of that, Microsoft Office 2007, they're not gonna fix it no more. Like,
I know.
If you
my
got,
computer's like, hey, you got to download something new. You can't.
If you got 7, they're done with it. So make sure you get new.
That's weak, dog.
They don't want to fix it no more. You know, they came out in like.
That's weak.
It didn't come out in 07. It came out before that.
It was before that, like Cars.
Yeah. Like, they're done with it, man. They don't want to fix it anymore.
So
anyway, so you said it's
05 then, yeah.
2005.
That's crazy.
So I recently watched a lot of things on Netflix. So
you give it Zero Bruce? Do you give Zero Bruce?
Yeah, also hilarious, man. It's a must watch, man.
Really?
It's a must watch, man. Michael Scott is.
I mean, the same as an Orange Is the New Black.
It's way better than that. It wouldn't even.
I don't think so,
dude. You couldn't even get away with the stuff they got away with today on the show.
Orange New Black had boobs and like boobies.
This was on The Office on NBC network television, yo. You cannot put that show on network television today because the Me Too people will have a hard. I mean, the criticism of the jokes, the way they just like. I mean, the diversity episode.
So I got a question for you.
The episode of diversity, man. Oh, I was in tears, man.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
The president, John F. Kennedy, said, "Ask not what you can do for your
country."
No, that's not what you can do
for your country. And we'll ask that's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Yes. That mentality is gone.
Oh, 100%.
That mentality. So, like, you know where it sparked from?
Where?
Because I say, oh man, I was watching the State of the State in here in Indiana tonight. I was watching it earlier, and I was on the phone talking to one of my guys, and I said, "Hey man," he said, "What you doing?" I said, "Your governor's on the phone," and that sparked the conversation. Then I talked about you too, and I talked about the fact that it's your president, not my president. You know, I said I respect the office, but you know, that kind of thing.
Man.
Huh?
It's your president, guys.
I'm a United States citizen. I know.
That's the Obama stuff that everybody just started with.
So here's the thing.
It's just taking over.
Here's the thing. So when that was brought to my attention, it made sense to me. Are we so radical now that we don't pay attention or think that for the common good, sometimes it has to be a little different at the top? And I definitely want to get back to Bruising Reviews, by the way, but what do you guys think about that?
What do you mean different at the top?
I think that people are never going to be happy.
Yeah, man.
People? So, I mean, there's obviously there's a divide.
It's always been a divide. Because we're not all the same. And so when you have social media, now you get to really go, it really gets bad with social media because now you really don't even have discussions outside of your circle.
That's true.
You only talking to people who think like you, look like you, watch the same thing. So it's all, so now you think your way is the right way because everybody's agree with you. But no, there's way more people who don't think like you.
Right. You know what's funny, man? My business partner said the exact same thing. He went all the way back. He's older. Going back to like Walt, you know, like when you had 3 news stations, only 3, you choose one.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately, one of them was on that UHF. So you know, if you didn't have enough tinfoil on your,
you didn't get it.
You know, you didn't even see him. You know what I mean? So
That's
most people saw Walter Cronkite and
ABC as
CBS. You know that kind of thing. All right. Anyway, I don't want to get too crazy into that, but. Heavy Radio Show, man. All right.
That's us.
Go.
Okay, so I have watched a lot of Netflix lately. So I watched a movie called Napoli Ever After, like Four Brews. But if you like...
Four Brews?
Yeah, but if you
You
like
hated
love and
it.
basketball, then it's okay. I mean, it's like a love story, and it's like very predictable. But I mean, like, if you just want some mindless television and you want, like, if you want a love story that doesn't end in a love story, then that's your movie, Napoli Ever After.
Is it about some Nepalese people?
No, it's about a black girl.
People from Nepal?
No, it's
They
just
have, they have bad hair?
so her hair is like her most prized possession, and so she thinks she's gonna get engaged. So her mom comes over at like 5 a.m., straightens her hair because she's always had straight hair because mom's
Napoli Ever After. I picked it out.
because her mom's like, well, you can't have hair like that. Like so she would never rock her natural hair, and so she thinks she's getting engaged that night. It's her birthday, right? So she goes to lunch with the girls, but only because there's a 0% chance of rain. Very like.
Are
vain.
you totally like?
No, I'm getting
Spoiler
there.
alert.
No, getting there.
You actually
Nobody-
can spoil it because nobody's gonna watch it.
So she gets sprayed with the hose and has to go to the salon to get her hair fixed because her mom's not answering the phone. She freaks out. And they use relaxer instead of conditioner and fry her hair off. So then she has this whole like meltdown over her hair. So Napoli Ever, that's why it's called Napoli Ever After. Not great. But then I also watched I Fell in Love with the Church Girl, 7 Brews, Don't Even Waste Your Time.
What is it called?
Ja Rule is not a good actor. I Fell in Love with a Church Girl. It was Ja Rule and the girl from Cheetah Girls. And I know, just go with it. She's also in Coach Carter. She's one of the friends in Coach Carter. Here's the thing. When you start watching, like, here's what happened to my Netflix. I watched Bad Boys 2. I watched Love and Basketball.
Oh, now you get all those movies.
And then it was like, hey, do you want to watch Napoli Ever After? And I Fell in Love with a Church Girl. And I was like, yeah, I do.
No.
And
No.
turns out I didn't want to, actually.
No.
But, like, you know, I had already started it. And by the time I was like, this movie is garbage, I was invested and needed to know the ending.
Yeah, when you see Ja Rule in the movie, I just simply fell. I don't even look at those.
I was like, let's give this one a shot.
Yeah,
No is the answer.
Like, I heard the wedding story was supposed to be pretty good on Netflix.
I haven't seen that.
The wedding with Scarlett Johansson, my
No
wedding,
idea.
A Mary's
No idea.
Life, A Mary's they're like supposed to be nominated for an Oscar.
I don't know, but I did watch You. Holy smokes, all in one day. Everyone should watch it. 0 Brews.
What about The Circle? You seen that?
How many episodes?
How many episodes are in You? I don't know, maybe 12. Maybe 12?
12 episodes? How long are they?
They're an hour.
My God.
So, see, here's what
How
had
can you
happened.
do that?
Well, so the anticipation had built up because I watched season 1, and then season 2 was coming out December 26th, and then I was up late Christmas night. And so I got home, technically it was the 26th, it was like 3 a.m. And I was like, I'm going to start watching You. And it wasn't out yet, and I was so disappointed. I thought, you know what, it's midnight on the West Coast, like, come on, release it. And so then this anticipation had built up, and then I just couldn't stop watching because every episode leaves you with this cliffhanger, and you have to know what's going to happen next.
What's gonna happen next? Nothing.
No, all the things. So many crazy things. 0 Brews, for sure. Binge worthy. It's about a stalker murderer. Oh my gosh, so good.
What's it called again?
You.
Is it like is it scary?
No,
Like,
it's not scary.
Is it suspenseful?
It is suspenseful for sure. And this season is so effed up and it's wonderful. And season 3 is going to be out next year. I can't wait.
Next year?
I mean, yeah. This one just came out. I just am insane and watched it all in one day the day it came out.
So you're gonna have to wait until
I have to wait a whole other year.
in like
to know.
2021.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Well, no. Yeah. No. It'll be the end of 2020. Because it was the end of 2019.
like in the summer or something.
No,
All
like,
right, or
like
fall.
Christmas time. This one was Christmas time.
Are you gonna remember?
Yes.
Like I wouldn't even remember.
100% I'll remember because it's etched in my brain because, oh my gosh, it's so messed up. And I've had so many conversations about it.
Wow.
Because my friends also watch it.
All right, folks, man. Heavy Ears Radio.
I have one
show,
more.
man.
Because I'm telling you, all I did was watch Netflix
Holy
for a while.
cow! So we got a lot of Netflix watching. Netflix,
Netflix, thank you.
we love y'all, man.
So I'll watch Don't F With Cats.
All right.
Okay? It is so messed up. I would say
I think my stomach is so loud. Like I thought it was somebody outside.
it's not your stomach. It's LGZ Mbaku in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
So it's called Don't F with Cats. It is about a murderer, but it's like real. Everybody should watch it. You got to get through the first 3 minutes and you'll be cool. I would say maybe 2, Bruce, but like these people are crazy. Like,
Is it
listen,
real?
it's
people?
real. It's real people. Okay, so like this dude did some messed up stuff and there was videos of it on the internet. So the first people who found out about it was like this cat loving group, and they were in this group on Facebook. So listen to me. Just go with it. Okay, just go with it. So I
You
know.
can see my
I know.
face, folks.
Listen, I was not even looking at him, and I already could feel the look. So they start to like try to find this dude because they're like, this is messed up. Like
The police are like random
these
citizens.
people, these random citizens, okay? And they're like scattered around the country, these citizens, okay? So they end up finding him multiple times. So he progresses from animals to humans, just as any other serial killer would. And they find him, and these, okay, so listen to me, everyone who's here, who cares about me. If I ever go missing, you call Body Moving from Don't F with Cats because she'll find me. She is insane. Like at one point, this dude had posted a picture, and the stoplight that was in the picture was black. And they were like, well, that's not normal. Let's Google who has black stoplights. Do you want to know who has black stoplights? Vancouver. Do you want to know how they found him? They got on Google Maps of Vancouver, and they walked down the streets of Vancouver until they found the steps that he was sitting on in the picture, because Vancouver has black stoplights. And they were like, hey, Vancouver police, here's where he was on this date, and here's where we think he's going to be, and here was the last video that was posted. Go find him. Insane.
It's called You.
Did they find him?
No, you moved on from that. It's called Don't F with Cats.
Man, you missed a lot going. Did you go to the bathroom?
Yeah, man.
They did end up finding him. He tried to blame it on someone else, but like he's this totally sick, twisted person, and I can't tell you anymore because you should just watch it. But oh my gosh, and his mom was like, he didn't do it. She's like so in denial.
His mother?
Yes. Bless his heart. It's insane. It was insane. You should watch it.
Man.
Everybody should watch it.
Everybody's radio
2 Bruce.
show, man. We gave, she still gave 2 Bruce.
Only because you have to be okay with death of multiple creatures, which is hard for me.
All right. So,
Breeze for me.
man, huh?
Wow.
What you say?
We talk with the food chain.
Are you cutting that cigar on my floor?
No, I didn't cut
Okay,
it.
you
No.
scared me.
Punch.
Are you punching on my floor?
No, it's just like a little thing.
Okay. Hey, real quick, guys.
You know where you are.
So we have Final Four weekend in professional football. Well, in the NFC, we have the Packers, Green Bay Packers against the San Francisco 49ers. And then in the AFC, we have, which is a huge surprise, we have the Tennessee Titans on the road versus the, how come I'm having a brain fart right this second, Kansas City Chiefs, who holy cow, had one of the best second quarters I've ever seen. Like, once again, I think I told you guys years ago when I was watching the game with Warren Moon and the Houston Oilers,
Yeah.
and I fell asleep, and when I woke up, the Buffalo Bills had come back in the game. They came back in the quarter. I went down and did laundry, and when I came back, they were up 3.
It was 24-0.
24-0. When I came back from doing laundry and changing over and folding some stuff, it was 27-24. What the heck? I know, it's crazy. So folks, this weekend, let us know who you got. Jeezy, who's going to the Super Bowl?
Kansas City, Green Bay.
Kansas City, Green Bay going to the Super
Fans
Bowl.
been say that. But it'll make State Farm happy because you got Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes.
Stay Farm be
That's
real
funny.
happy.
Yeah, State Farm gonna run with that.
You know what?
Both quarterbacks the Bears passed on, by the way.
Unfortunately, I may have to agree with you. although Tennessee is really making a run, man.
Henry was like a man among boys.
He's looking different. He's looking different. Yeah,
like 6'5" running back.
Yeah, and he outruns them for the first 20. Now they catch him, But for the first 20 or 30 yards, he's outrunning them. Then they catch him, you know?
Then they don't want to tackle him. They don't want no part of that.
Right. He's stiff on him like, get off me.
Yeah.
So anyway,
you hear what I said, that the Bears passed on both Aaron Rodgers.
I did hear you.
Yeah, we took Cedric Benson.
I reluctantly...
Just remember that. We took Cedric Benson.
I reluctantly agree with Jeezy.
And Rex Gross was our quarterback.
They made some Indiana.
And we passed on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it's him in there. He got it.
Then we passed on Mahomes and Watson to take Trubisky. You know, so
It's all right. It's all good.
Man.
So, hey, they're there. All right, Ron.
Yeah.
What are your choices?
So I want to say the Titans, but I think on the road that's going to be challenging. But I do like a good underdog story, so I'm going to go with the Titans. And just because Jeezy picked Green Bay, I'm going to go with the 49ers.
That might be the worst rated Super Bowl in the history.
I don't care.
That might be like the first Super Bowl. I'm like, I'll pass.
Sometimes I do watch the Super Bowl for the commercials.
Dude, that might be the
snacks.
Most. Can you imagine a 49ers Titans Super Bowl?
People will still watch.
Dude, it would be. That might be the first Super Bowl I have music playing while the game on.
Have a party with music.
Man, like all the games that I have to do. That is.
You just turn the music off for the commercials.
That is different commercials. Dude, that would be awful. Awful.
I hope it happens.
Though it was like when Tennessee was winning. I mean, when Houston was winning early, it was like, oh man, we gonna have the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. They might flex that game to London.
No, they wouldn't. They couldn't. They would play each other in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's in the game was so bad that the NFL might flex it.
Oh, that's funny.
Just flex it. Can you imagine?
Funny. Yeah, that would have been
Houston and Tennessee, like, oh, that is brutal. If they put them on at 10:30 in the morning, they're going to flex at 10:30 in the morning. I was cracking up. I mean, San Francisco and Tennessee, I mean, that would be bad. No quarterbacks.
We'll see.
Ruffalo? People love Ruffalo.
He threw the ball 5 times. Tannehill threw the ball 7. It would be awful.
It'll be a good football game. Hey, folks. Hey, this is us, man. I tell you what, man. The NCAA college basketball is all over the place, man. Matter of fact, Duke went down tonight to Clemson.
Yeah, I'm not a part of this conversation.
And so, what's that?
We don't do college basketball.
And so it's one of those things. What's that?
You're reaching right now.
No, I'm not. I'm just
college basketball.
I'm just
making
a point.
Time?
I'm just making a point. Just making a point. So we talked about football, man. We got the basketball in there. Hey, folks, remember, Heavy Radio Show. We are where you are.
So get comfortable.
And come on in.
Here's a little bit of a gas from Smush.
Shout out to the Houston Astros for cheating and winning.
Sam Smush. We didn't talk about that. Man, we didn't give a shout out to us.
Shout out to Houston Astros, man. Do what it takes.
And Big Gates. Is that where you're going with that one?
No,
So what you need